Good evening, losers. Tonight I want to talk about relationships and creation. I just want to react to a few other things in my life, maybe just a bit of gratitude. Maybe start off with that. Tonight I played the fourth of a series of 5 gigs for Chanel. Yes, that's Chanel, CC Chanel, as part of a new community that they're forming of artists and entrepreneurs and other really great people. And so, yeah, at each of these events, the place gets packed out, the red carpet is laid out, and unexpected guests, my trio, gets to play, which is awesome. And in fact, unexpected guests somewhat also describes how the band has been formed over these 5 gigs. I'm definitely noticing a transition in who I'm playing with. It's been something like 6-7 years that I've been playing with Adam and Dave, and over these 5 gigs, nearly every gig has been a different bassist or a different drummer. Dave hasn't played any. Adam's played 2. Sam Minching has played 1, and now these last 2, Remy Graves is playing. There's something really magical about playing with different cats and whatever. But tonight was just awesome. Remy Graves is a cat. 100% straight down the line. Their drumming is just light and fantastic and in the groove and in the pocket, and she does drops. And what I love about them is that every time I start drifting, they are just intently looking at me going, what's next? Where are we? And then if someone does something that's cool or, that's out or in or whatever, we find a thing together, they laugh. Remy just laughs and enjoys it, and like that joy is infectious. So I had a really good gig with them and Jason Tebble. And Tebble, as well as being a very handsome man, can play his bass beautifully. So I'm doing this somatic coaching process with Rachel Blackman, and one thing that became apparent, not in the last session but the one before, is that every relationship I have benefits from having a creative focus. When you're in a relation with someone, you're there and there's somebody else, and you can just stare at each other and just have the joy of each other's company. But I find that only goes so far, especially in professional, creative, relationships. So with Pam and I, my wife, our relationship is creating our home and our family and those things. That's the creative project that we've joined up together. The creative project is the foundation of our future, and that's what we're both focused on. That's the creative project. In bands, it's simple. The creative thing within the relationship is the rehearsal and the practicing of this material, which blooms the relationship. You learn about each other through what you're creating. My friend Tony Clement, who I've been friends with for longer than I've been working with him. I've been friends for about 10 years, only been working with him for 3. And actually co-creating with him deepens our relationship and actually makes begin to find much more meaning within it. And so now, at the moment, I'm at a real time. In the last 2 years, I've really been reauthoring every aspect of my life. My faith, my work, my music, my relationship with Pam, my relationship with my kids, my relationship with myself. I'm really reauthoring from base principles, my own values. I make my life hard for myself sometimes by doing that, but I'm really in a place now where I'm reevaluating all my relationships and going and asking the question for each relationship: what is the thing that's being created? If there's something there, I ask, is that what I want to be creating there? And is it with that person? Or in a relationship where nothing is being created, I'm asking the question, what could we be creating together other than just meeting for a coffee and maintaining a connection? And it actually brings relationships to life and brings purpose to relationships. And, and there's no right or wrong here, right? Like the thing you might be creating might just be a space in which you can be completely yourself, where you can both be completely yourselves and laugh your heads off. That's a valid creation for a relationship. So this is not a have to thing. It doesn't have to be something that manifests in the world. It doesn't have to be something that makes money. It doesn't have to include anybody else. But I think it's an interesting question. What's in every relationship you have one-on-one? What's the thing that you're creating, and how conscious are you about it? And if you were more conscious about it, what might it look like? How might it actually build your connection with that other person? I think that's a really cool question. So there you go. Just a few plugs. So yeah, we're playing Chanel again tomorrow night, but that's unfortunately a private event. But on Thursday night, we're playing Libreria, opposite Second Home. So yeah, if you're around, I'll put a link to the tickets down there. Click on the link and check out Imaginary Millions. So it's going to be really, Libreria is this tiny little bookshop, and we'll have a little 3-piece band, and we're just going to play so quiet that we don't need a microphone. We might have a microphone, we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be beautifully intimate. I think there's only 50 tickets, and it's going to be good. Yeah, so come through for that. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow.